When you make a low-budget horror movie, people usually ask you, where did you shoot it? Well, in the case of Jason Lives, it was in Covington, Georgia. But very seldom do they ask you, where did you write it? This is the legendary Hollywood Forever Cemetery, final resting place for some of Hollywood's greatest stars. People like Rudolph Valentino, Douglas Fairbanks, Fay Wray, Peter Lorre, and Alfalfa. And directors like Victor Fleming, C.B. DeMille, and John Huston. Rock and roll royalty, Dee Ramone, and Johnny Ramone. This is where I came to write my Friday the 13th. Why? For a number of reasons. First off, other side of that wall, Paramount Studios. And the second reason, I was bringing Jason back from the dead in my story. Tommy and Haz were going to be driving to the cemetery, so I figured this was a pretty good place to begin. And finally, the cemetery was the location for my very first film, One Dark Night. Got a lot of great ideas here, a lot of inspiration, and I figured maybe lightning would strike twice. As you can see, I used a number 2 pencil and 3-hole college line paper. This is actually one of the original pages from the script, handwritten, like a 10-year-old. Took it to a typist, $100. I had a professional-looking script. And on rainy days, I'd come into here, the Cathedral Mausoleum. Some of you probably recognize it from One Dark Night. But what I didn't realize in those days is that this place of inspiration for my early horror movies would end up being my final resting place as well. When I turned 60, my wife and kids decided to throw a surprise birthday party for me here at Hollywood Forever. It was a macabre event, but it did have a kind of a sobering effect on me. I realized I was heading into my third and final act of my life. So I came up with a plan. I came back the very next day and began making monthly payments on a crypt here. This is Corridor C in the Cathedral Mausoleum. This is crypt number 804. This is where my body will be entombed one day. My soul will go to God, but my spirit, I plan to have remain here. Spirit, or I should say energy, something that you may be able to feel or hear, perhaps even see. Harry Houdini attempted to return in some form on Halloween night. They tried to contact him by seance for 87 years, never successfully. But I think I might be able to succeed where Harry failed. Over the many years now, I've researched and consulted with experts in the fields of bioenergy and the sometimes long-term residual effects. Look up Krillin photography on the internet. You'll get a little taste of what I'm talking about. Science and the paranormal are finally merging. Think of trying to explain decades ago what radio waves are, or television, the internet, or cell phones. Consider if my tomb was to act as a type of wireless modem that when you came close enough to it, you would receive sounds, maybe even images. I still have many years to prepare for this, so I'm in no hurry to die. Plus, we're doing a remake of One Dark Night, which I hope we can share with you some of the discoveries in paranormal activity. But I promise you this, if you come here after I'm gone, with an open heart and mind, you may experience something more than just memories, something that's in the realm of spirits or ghosts. And remember, you have nothing to fear except fear itself.